Code white, 2 southeast. Code white, 2 southeast.
Hey, I'm Stephanie, your host. I spent a year and a half collecting hospital bracelets and Grippy Socks like it's a hobby. Welcome to Grippy Sock Talk, where I read the funniest psych word stories and memes, because if you're gonna lose your mind, you might as well laugh about it. You're not alone, and here, nothing is off limits. Hi everyone, welcome back to Grippy Sock Talk. Today I have Jamie.
Hi.
And Tyler, who I refer to as Pure.
Hi.
And we're going to go through some more Reddit psych word stories. So we're going to get started right now. This is a pretty, not too long, not too short. No, don't joke about that.
No, come see, come sa.
Come see, come sa. All right. So this says, was working an extra 4 hours of overtime after my overnight shift. This wasn't my usual ward. It was much rougher, and I was sticking close to the regular staff while I learned the patients and routine. I yawned, and suddenly a patient I hadn't even noticed got in my face. He addressed me as an android and said, "I see your alien Nazi overlords have instructed you to yawn in front of me. Androids do not yawn. Explain, android." The regular staff shooed him away, and that was it. Quite often, the best thing to do was absolutely nothing. You Nazi.
I see you Nazi
Android.
alien overlords.
Overlords. Like, what goes...
I've been in the psych ward, but I've never been like that person in the psych ward.
No.
Like,
that's
sometimes I feel like I would go to the psych ward and almost feel like better about my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Actually,
like, yes.
Yeah.
I did just down 2 bottles of Tylenol. You're right, but at least that's not me.
At least you're not thinking there's...
At least I'm not calling you an alien overlord.
Nazi at that.
One thing that I will say, and I think I've told you this, Steph, birds. I don't believe in birds.
Oh, no, pigeon. You said pigeon.
Pigeons.
Yeah, like baby pigeons, baby seagulls. I haven't seen them. Those are drones, 100%.
I've seen babies. Oh, we're not going to say where we're from, but...
You're one of them.
I'm a blue-footed booby. I'll bring my blue-footed booby on the next episode. But I have a little blue-footed booby because it's really cute. I'm not a pigeon. I'm not a pigeon. But I have seen baby pigeons. But they have used cats, I think, at some point. CIA have used cats to, like, go... Anyway, it was a crazy story. We're not going to dive into that. But, yeah.
No, we can't. I can't get into conspiracy theories because, like, but, like, one thing that gets me, and I think I've told you this, too, is that, like, when police took my phone when I did illegal things, and they went through it, there's been times since then, and I'm still just like, are they still...
Is there a bug on my phone?
Right?
Like, are they still reading any messages that I'm sending? Like, are they seeing all of the unholy things I am saying?
Facebook, like...
They might!
The amount that, like, everything communicates on the internet is scary.
Yep.
I know.
Like the other night we were talking about ice cream, and I was like, yeah, I want one of those like Bluebell cones. I get on Facebook and there's an ad for Bluebell ice cream.
Yes, this has happened to me. My husband was talking about his phone case. I can't remember the brand, but the phone case he had, he could hook up on his motorcycle. And he was just talking about it. I obviously did not search it because I don't ride a motorcycle. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to see ads of that specific brand and what he was talking about. Like, I didn't search it. That's crazy.
I'm gonna start manifesting sugar daddies that want to support a single mom of two.
And then you're
And
gonna start. You're gonna.
that comes up on my Facebook feed. Sugar daddy that wants no
You're
sugar.
gonna start seeing like Hinge, Tinder, Bumble.
Tried all of those, didn't work. That's where I met my ex-husband.
Oh, snap. Okay, I'll share the second story that I have here. So, another person at work. I worked in Psych, and some of the chief complaints I've seen written up in the Psych eval when I'm filing in charts make me laugh. Two I particularly remember from working on the adolescent units are I didn't want to share my cake, and I tried to myself with Febreze. Looking at my own Psych records, though, it's definitely embarrassing.
That reminds me of the Tide Pod epidemic.
Oh, it's
Febreze, like
Febreze. I tried to myself with Febreze, and
like who thinks okay, today's the day I'm gonna die. Let me just spray this bottle. Like, is it like the fabric one? Is it like the air? Like,
is it the spish or the psh?
Yeah, like let me just swallow an entire bottle of it. Like,
I think in that kind of situation, like the can would probably be more dangerous than the squirt bottle
I think so.
because it's
Yeah.
compressed.
Yeah. Also,
and I know like there was a bunch of kids like back when I was like middle school age that were using air fresheners and stuff, huffing them.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
whippets.
I heard
Well,
about like the spray, like the paint, the spray paint.
Yeah,
went to
any
Walmart.
kind of aerosol.
Any kind of okay. Because my Walmart, I went there to buy a bunch of things, and one of them were lighters, and the guy asked me if I was of age, and I'm like,
Yeah, that don't mean
"How
nothing.
old do you think I am?" And then he says, "Like, I don't know, early 20s." I'm like, "Thank you." And then he's like, "Oh, we have to ask, we have to ask for lighters and also spray paint." I was like,
What's funny is like my first tattoo I got on my shoulder. We'd called before we left town because like we don't have a tattoo artist here, but there's one about 40 minutes away, and we called them and they were like, yeah, we don't have anything. So I didn't take my wallet even. We get over there and like my mom's getting her hair done. They call me and they're like, oh, we went and picked up supplies from another artist here in town. Are you still wanting to get it done? So we go over there and I'm like, I don't have my license. They're like, oh, is this your mom? I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, okay, you're fine.
"Huh, okay."
I was like, so I could just pick up some random person on the street and be like, yeah, this is my mom. I don't have my license with me.
My cousin
And
did
it was
that.
like literally like 3 days after I turned 18.
One of my cousin did that, and it wasn't my aunt. It was not. Yeah,
Oh, we had.
she's an adult now, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
Like 2021, I was dating a girl and it was living at home with her parents, and she came down to stay. And I had one of my best friend's girlfriends call her parents, acting like my mom. Oh yeah, they're sleeping in separate rooms. They're here at the house. No, we weren't. We weren't even at my house.
oh yeah, yeah.
Like we were at my buddy's house. He lived alone because his brother lived in. He worked in a different state and he lived with his brother, and his brother was out of town.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Pretending I was sleeping over at a friend's house and then I'm drunk at a party. Um,
Like
All the
oh
time.
yeah,
drunk, even worse, like drunk in a field. Like
All the time.
yeah.
That is simply just
how I didn't get like or like sex.
I would show up at these parties and there'd be 40, 50 people in this pasture. And it's like, I know like 5 people here. And they're like, come to a keg stand. I'm like, let's go, let's party. Like, it's starting now.
Oh my god, I think you guys are gonna absolutely die on this one. Um, let me try to read that. It starts with, I beat my at the psych ward. Dude, as a guy that my girlfriend a lot, I tried to not off for a week. After a week went by, I was extremely and pretty much any girl that was nice gave me a. And for the people that say this is nasty and not normal, it is. My male instincts were through the roof. I'm pretty sure they gave me pills. LOL. After a week, I gave into the temptation since I had blue balls, which was not healthy. Also, any male that's straight gets from pretty girls. And also, it's not my fault. It's theirs for keeping me there for a month.
It's your fault that I'm getting random.
It's your fault.
You gave me pills, damn it.
You gave me.
Why does that get pills?
Where were my? Yeah, where were our pills?
I just got out of man.
Oh yeah, all the time. But like for him to be like, it's straight guys will always get from pretty girl. Dude,
I feel like the wind could blow the wrong way, and men would be like,
Yep. Oh yeah.
Honestly feel like that story is probably not even real. Like they just
Wanted to see people's reaction.
Yeah, I just thought it was
Well, like,
funny and I'm not denying that it's a possibility, but the way he started it, talking about
Yeah.
oh like do my girlfriend all the time. Like
Yeah.
decided, and like what I don't get is like, you didn't want to off for a week, but you're in the psych ward for a month.
Yes.
Like
so he waited a week and then had blue balls. And also the one of the comment under that was literally just ew. EW. That was it. That was it.
like
Ew. Like, why would you
I
go
just-
on Reddit and share that? Like, and have to explain it to such
you
extent.
you couldn't waterboard that information out of me.
there is way worse on Reddit, I promise you.
Oh,
no,
Some
I
of the
believe
stories
that,
on Reddit
but, like,
are freaking hilarious, and then some
Yep.
are just like, okay,
Shock
you can't get that
factor.
information out of me.
yeah.
Yeah. But that
Yeah.
guy just blaming the whole facility and then having girls there. And
Butter
let me tell you, pills. But like,
Oh, no.
but also like when you're in a psych ward, you don't look your best. Like we wake up, our hair's messy. We don't put makeup on. We're walking around in slippers and pajama all day with a blanket over us, just like waddling our way around.
Like we're in the psych ward, like
In the psych ward up there, was it like both male and female?
Yep.
yeah.
Because like I don't know about psych wards here, but like our local or our county jail is male only. So like if you're a
Okay.
female and you got arrested here in county, they would ship you to another county that hold females.
Okay.
No, so like it's male and female up here, like for the psych ward, but like obviously it's female in a room, male, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
they do monitor you, like if you're like watching a movie in the movie room, like you could in the evenings, like they would come in and like if like you're a girl sitting here and there's a boy sitting here, like if you're too close, they're like
Move.
like you're in like a middle
Leave
school,
room
like
for Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah. Jesus is watching.
yeah.
The meme.
He's always watching.
He's always watching. Men and also like yeah, you have to share a room with I had to share a room with a girl obviously, but if a guy's found in your room, which has happened once, but like my bed was right there and the door was right here. Anyway, he was just at the door and he wanted snacks. I don't know. He was telling me about his attempt and I was like, I have a million snack. Do you want something? He's like, yes. I kept giving him snack, and then he got in trouble for being at the door while I was just giving the poor guy snacks. Let me give him snacks. He just
let me give him some snacks.
like makes him
I
happy.
Let me give him
I had
some
a guy
snacks so
that
he'll
like,
leave me alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. I had a guy that I met in the psych ward, and like we were like civil, like during meals, and like you could play like board games and stuff together. So like we played cards together, and he added me on Facebook when I left, which like wasn't weird. But like at one point he was like, "Could I take you on a date?" And I said, "Bro, 4 weeks ago you drank an entire thing of windshield washer fluid
Windshield.
trying to yourself,
I
and
visited you. I visited you, and I met that guy.
you think I want to go on a date with you?"
There's a kid I went
I,
to high school with drink a gallon of gasoline trying to off himself.
okay, you're gonna have to say liters. I'm kidding. I'm just. But a gallon's a lot. How did he not die?
Good question.
The ER must have gotten to him really, really
Oh, we
fast.
had-
Pumped his stomach.
We had all kinds of stuff. Like we had a kid that took. Do you know what triple C's are? Like cold cough congestion medicine.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
took 46 of them on the table in front of me because he was one of my good friends back then. And then they pumped his stomach and got him back. And he was like 13, 14, and right in front of his
Oh my-
mom.
That's
They were doing it chasing high.
Yep,
chasing high, but 46.
that's
Well,
insane.
They
Like,
they took like 12 or something, and it didn't do nothing. They didn't give it any time.
Right.
So they were like,
yeah.
oh, let's pump more. Just
let's
kept
just keep taking
just-
more.
handfuls at a time.
I
Okay,
man,
it wasn't the drinks.
No, it was
No.
pills.
Oh,
which is
I
almost
was,
like
I'm
no, I know
dumb.
what you were
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah.
but like it's insane. Like, I mean, I've had a few attempts, and it's insane what you think would you versus like what can actually you. Like, I mean, I would think a couple bottles of Tylenol would have done me in.
Good, but you got care
Yeah.
fast. So
And,
that
like-
yeah, if you
like-
weren't found,
Yeah,
you would be.
like my last attempt was like, can I say drugs on here?
I can. I'll figure it out.
I won't get like the opiates, a massive amount of those, and like a massive, like I'm talking like triple digits of like a sleeping pill. And like woke up 3 days later, no idea where I am.
That's when you were
What's
in a
happening?
cardiac unit, right?
Yeah, what happened? My glasses are broken.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like if it wasn't for like hospitals and getting, I don't know what they do, but the different things, Narcan for specific drugs or pumping your stomach or whatever, like a lot of people would be dead.
Oh,
I was Narcan consistently for like 24 hours.
I
Yep.
think that's why, like, the most common form of in the States is by gun.
Gun, yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, once you pull the trigger, there's no back. Unless
Well,
like I'm not gonna tell people how to do it, but there is a way, and you guys will probably know because I don't want to give anyone any ideas. But there is a way that you do it wrong and you just blow up your face. And I'm not gonna tell you the right way because don't do it. But yeah, some people don't do it the right way and they end up having a blown face and they regret it because they're alive, but it's
their
everything.
face is
Yeah, it's completely, yeah. But if you get it right, there's no turning back.
Yep.
And that's why men die by much more than women because men tend to do things like that, guns or hanging, and girls tend to go more for something softer like overdose. And overdose can be reversed in some cases. Hanging and guns, not really. Most of the time, and that's why there's higher rate in men, which should be talked about more.
It is Mental Health Awareness Month for men.
It's this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it's very important to talk about it because we're all told, you're a man, don't talk about your feelings. No, talk about your feelings. Talk to your buddies. If your buddies don't accept it, then find a therapist.
Your buddies.
Your buddies. If they're not there for you,
like
this is going on TikTok.
Let's go to the next one.
Do you want me to just go to the next one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely. This one's a little long, but we'll get through it. All right. I worked with a cute adult male pop as a young female tech. Had a guy who had severe schizophrenia. He would scream and scream and scream at nothing. He had outbursts of physical violence randomly, sometimes at 3 a.m., sometimes at 12. He was in his 50s at least. 6 foot, around 240 pounds. He was sweet when he didn't have his outbursts. I made friends with him one day when he wasn't in his angry mood. He would regress into a 5-year-old personality type, saying he likes trains, cars, misses mom, miss school. Anyway, I was coloring with him one time, and then he had an outburst. He grabbed the sheet I was working on, ran to his room on it, then balled up and threw it at me, all in the span of 5 minutes. Then had one of the biggest outbursts ever and assaulted like 3 staff. It was one of the weirdest thing I'd ever been through. So weird to just clock out and be away from that. It really is a different world in a psych ward. Can we laugh at this for a moment? Can we process what he did?
At least he balled it up, I guess.
He took, like, when you're in a psych ward, drawing and coloring, you get so into it. Okay?
You got so into it.
Well, not just me, a lot of people. And if someone took my coloring page, ran to his room on it, and threw it at me, I'd flip out. I'd have an outburst too. Like,
we both be having.
I say to make it worse is she worked there. It wasn't even that she was a patient.
right? I know,
Yeah.
but she was probably just coloring like to
They
make
became
pop.
friend. They became, she befriended him.
And then
Friends don't on other friends' coloring pages.
no, friends do not do that. Baby gravy does not belong on coloring pages. Oh my god! Like, what made him get into a rage?
Man,
and then-
schizophrenics are a whole other breed, especially if they're not on like the right
medication.
The
And I
right
don't want to
med-
laugh at schizophrenic, but this situation,
Yeah,
you
like,
gotta laugh. You gotta
Yeah.
laugh.
I mean, I'm what else is there to do when a man on your coloring page?
And balls it up and throws it at you.
But like, is it again? We're gonna circle back for a second. Like, is it better that he balled it up so it wasn't like?
Well, how
But
would
it
he
was-
throw it at her if it's not balled up? He had to
But
ball it.
Well, that's
Hey,
Paper airplane?
hey, I'm gonna just defend him here for a second. Maybe he thought she just wanted part of that page colored white.
Dun, 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 dun.
she's coloring Frosty the Snowman. Like, what is she coloring?
Might have
here?
been.
Hey, we don't know. I did a lot of Mandelas.
It was an Elsa coloring page, and everything was frozen.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Or maybe it was just Olaf. Who knows?
Oh, don't do that to Olaf. No. Don't do that to Olaf.
How did we just sexualize
Olaf.
Olaf?
We didn't sexualize Olaf.
He does
We
have
just-
a big carrot nose, though.
We just colored him white.
Oh,
I swear, if that would have I don't know what I would have done. Like, What do you do? What do you do?
Apparently, you clock out and go home.
You clock out and you go home. You got that right.
And you don't ever go back.
I'd be finding a new job.
Quit.
Can you imagine like having to like chart that? Patient was pleasant this afternoon.
Until
Befriended patient. Started coloring with patient. Patient stole my coloring page. Then on my coloring page. Crumpled paper into a ball. Threw it at my face. Assaulted 3 staff members. We'll continue to monitor.
We'll continue to monitor. Yeah. That's exactly how it would be. Like, God. This one was, yeah, one of the
out there.
The ones that I laughed out loud alone, you know, going through all my, like, the Reddit posts. This was it's like in a file in the back of my mind, and it'll be there forever.
You know when you die, like,
oh,
like,
no,
your
this
life
can't
plays
be,
like
no.
Your life plays like 7 minutes, or like your brain plays like 7 minutes of like your most like memorable life.
Keep popping up.
If this is what's gonna keep popping up,
I'm gonna just randomly out of nowhere just send you like just coloring
pictures
page.
of Olaf.
Like,
Oh,
just like random coloring pages.
All right. Well, the next one, I pray to God you get it, because if you don't, yeah. But I am pretty sure you guys are gonna understand it. But I wish I was there for this. All right. My brother-in-law had a stint in a psych ward a little over a year ago, and on a particular manic day, they were in the middle of the community room and started singing "Stop Reading in Advance." He said,
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
This was then met by about 40 to 50 psych patients shouting back,
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
After getting a few verses in, the orderly stepped in and kindly requested they stop, which was kind of a shame since it sounded like they were having a good time.
Well, why would they make him stop? It was a team building process, damn it!
I swear, I don't want to go in a psych ward. If I ever go back, I'm starting it. I might do
starting the revolution.
I might do Celino and Barn.
Don't wait. Call 8.
Is someone you know been hurt in a car crash?
Just all of them.
Like, there's so many things that are like.
What's the 4444444? What was that one?
I don't know, but you know what just came into my house? Or what came into my house in my mind? Well, William Attire seems like is the one for Maxwell House Coffee. It's like,
Our house, each bean is custom roasted to its peak.
like so many commercials that like just generation is not gonna like understand because all they watch is like Netflix.
But we used to watch Maury, Jerry Springer, and we see these ads all the time. Like when we weren't at Maury, Jerry Springer, and then the judges, and yeah, that was like what was constantly playing as ads. So the younger generations won't know.
It's like October, November rolls around, and there's always an ad for a jewelry store here. And like it's getting close to Christmas time when you see that ad pop up.
Right? Yep.
And it's like it's got a catchy phrase, and you're just like,
yeah.
You don't even realize it. You're sitting there singing it with them, and you're like,
you know what kids these days will never understand, and maybe Americans won't either. I'm an uncultured swine.
I called you that before.
You should understand this, Ebony. Is the Sears catalog at Christmas time?
Yes.
Circle in everything you wanted.
And never getting any of it.
Never getting a single one. Your parents looking at it and being like...
My mom would literally be like, I'm not going to buy any of it. And I would still be like...
I'm going to circle all of it. I'm going to get all of these things.
Not from the... I got Christmas gift, but never from the Sears catalog.
We get
Damn
a Lego and Walmart catalog like monthly. I deal with that.
Oh, you still
Like
doing it today?
I go looking through it, and I'm just like, I wonder what's on sale this month. And there's just circles everywhere, and I'm just like,
Oh God. And you
look
can't
at my
say no.
kid, and I'm like, are you kidding
How
me?
do you say no to your kid?
Man, having kids is like just having broke besties. Like, he'll hit me up all the time with like his new obsession is like hockey and like baseball. And he was like, "Hey, I want a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey." And I was like, "Okay, it's probably not that expensive. $90 for a kid's jersey."
Hockey merch is expensive.
And I was like, "That's a lot of money." And he was like, "Well, you have it, don't you?" And I'm like, "How do you argue that?"
That's
Can you imagine? He's like, well, Gma left you money.
the school is taking a trip
People
to
left you money too. So,
Yeah.
Washington D.C. next year during the summer.
whoa.
Oh.
It's like a 5-day trip or something, and they're doing all this, visiting all these different historical monuments. My daughter's like, I want to go. I'm like, okay, and then I look, and it's $6,000 USD, and I'm like, yeah, we're
Six-
probably not going to that one.
Okay, wait. 6,000.
It's about
$6,000
$8,100 Canadian.
I'm $8,228.14 Canadian.
And I'm like, yeah, that's like, maybe if I wouldn't have just spent that kind of money on the car last summer, I could have managed to.
Even if I don't spend money on my car, I can't manage that.
Which they're like, oh, you can pay it off, but your first payment's like $1,200, and then you make monthly payments from now until the trip. And
Now
I'm
until you die.
Right?
I'm like, that's a lot of money just to, like, I could buy plane tickets and fly there to DC and go see the same stuff, have a hotel room and fly home and not spend anywhere near that amount.
Yeah,
Right?
that is
That's
absolutely ridiculous.
Like, we spent a week in eastern Tennessee in the mountains,
Oh, nice.
like close to like, well, this was back when I was trying to get the whole group to go to Tennessee.
That was pre-COVID.
Yeah. Well, no, it was during COVID because it was August 2020.
Oh, okay.
Because it
So,
was when
yeah.
I was laid off, and like luckily I'd got my unemployment while we were there, but we got there on Wednesday and we left on Tuesday the next week. And when I got home, like my unemployment check, because they were giving the $600 bonus, was $1,100 a week. I get back and I look at my account and I was down $2,700 from that 1 week, and I'm like, holy sh. And then my car got hacked like 2 weeks later, and they were spending like $500-$600 at like Puma in Germany, and
Your card got
Yeah.
hacked
yeah, and I was out
from
like $1,400, and it took them about 2 months to pay it back.
Holy.
Oh my God. I would cry. All right, I'm going to share the last one that I have. It says, it was my first time there, and so I wasn't fed up with everyone's shenanigans yet. I tried to be nice and smile to people who looked at me. A day goes by, and this guy looks at me. I smile, and he goes, "Why are you smiling at everyone, you I responded by smiling.
Jamie, you didn't say you posted on Reddit.
Right? Was
I know,
that you?
I had to post some. Just, yeah.
Was that you?
Caught me.
You're just there, like, trying to be nice, and someone who's been there for, like, 6 months is like, shut the up.
Why are you smiling at anybody, you
off.
stupid? Like,
There's nothing to smile about. But that was a bit of manic person, though, because when I got there, I was crying. Like, I cried for, like...
oh no!
Oh my
once I
God.
get out of CNC, I was like stoked. I was like, I'm on the floor. I want to communicate with people because like I just stared at a wall for 4 days and like only had to communicate with myself, and that's a terrifying place to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I was smiling at everybody, but I never got shamed in the
Because
psych
you're
ward.
smiling.
For smiling.
For smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
one.
did have, so I obviously have like a ton of tattoos, and I didn't have this many when I was in, but like I still had a decent amount. And I remember one day one of the girls was like looking at one of them, and so I was showing her it was the ones for my kids. And I said that I had other tattoos as well. And this like real creepy guy comes up and but I said like I can't show you here, right? This girl like happened to be my roommate, and I said I'll show you like, and he comes up to me and goes, "Sure wish I was your roommate." And I was like, "Security?"
Why are men so in the psych ward? They're just like, they get there and you just, I don't know, poke your pinky out and they're like, oh.
I don't know, man. When I'm manic, I want to fuck.
Maybe, I guess. I was never approached. Was I? I'm trying to think if I was. I don't think I was. But I made it very clear I had a husband and he was there every night. So the guy friends that I made were super respectful.
Yeah.
And a couple of them added me on Facebook, and they all know I had someone. So
Yeah.
there's a couple of them that I remember. One of them I did ask to join. He said he was going to think about it, and I really, really hope he does join. So if you see this, you know who I'm talking about. Join us in the madness.
Come to the.
Yeah, I
dark
think
side.
you remember who I'm talking about. But in case he doesn't want to have part of it, I'm not going to mention his name. But I do hope so.
Yep.
Because we had some pretty awesome time.
I'm trying to think.
I'll let you know. But yeah, that sucks. You
Yeah.
can't smile because someone's gonna call you a. So then last thing.
See, if somebody was like, I don't know. I'd be like, you trying to what? Like,
Oh my God, Jamie, shut the up. Okay, the last thing I'm sharing is just a meme because I like to have a little meme at the end, and this is it. What people think psych ward are, you know, in a stray jacket. What psych wards are really like. The you mean I can't take my blanket to group sharing? I can relate to this so much.
it's
So relatable.
It's not a blanket, it's a cape. Shut up.
It's so cold. It's so cold in there. So we're always walking around with our blankets, and like when I say we're not attractive in there, we're not. Our hair's a mess. Our face is a mess. Our clothes don't match. We're wearing
our
slippers.
life is a mess.
Our life is a mess. We're just there wearing a little blanket from the hospital and just, waddling around. It's like if someone was like, "You can't wear this to a meeting," I'd be like, I'd say the same thing. You. We were allowed to.
What the you mean I can't share it? I'm wearing this blanket.
I'm wearing this blanket. They didn't care. They're so used to it
that reminds me of a meme that I saw that was almost similar, but it was like, how are you going to explain, or how do you explain this gap in your resume? And it's like my gap in the resume, and it's like somebody like sitting in a padded room.
That's where I was this time.
But like, it's such a wild concept of like what you can and can't have on the psych ward. Like even in CNC, that I couldn't take my shampoo bottle to the shower. They had to like give me a cup of shampoo, and like they give you like this much, and they're like, wash yourself.
That's correct. Yep. Yeah, they only give you like, these little, I think like ketchup thing, I don't know, like, or cup. What was it?
It's like a little pill cup. You put your pills.
Yeah, the things cup. You put. Yeah, the pills or ketchup in. Same thing. They just put stuff in there and they're like, here. And I have, a lot of hair. I need a lot of shampoo. Give me shampoo. But I don't know. They're scared we were going to take a shot of it or something. Like, anyway, crazy. So, I'm going to start with Jamie. What was your highlight of the night?
Oh gosh, you put me right on the spot.
Oh, I'm putting you right on the spot. Last time was Tyler. This time it's you.
I wasn't even prepared. I was like in my own world with like my chip clip, like thinking about the cool ranch Doritos I'm gonna eat after this. Um, I feel like my favorite part was the comment. Like, what are you smiling at? You like, I don't know why, but like my reaction would I would just smile back. I'd be like,
Well, that's what she did. That's exactly
that's
what
what I
she
mean.
did.
Like I
Yeah.
could do it like
Yeah.
exactly.
So that's why
So
I was like,
it's nice.
was it you? Did you write it?
I told you.
Right? Tyler
I called
predicted
that.
this. Yeah, he did call it.
Listen, guys, we listen and we don't
We
judge.
listen and we judge. FAFO. All right, what about you, Tyler?
Oh, the most interesting story to me is definitely the coloring page.
You stole mine. Yeah.
It's like I understand crashing out. I've seen some pretty wild crash outs.
Yep.
Obviously not from psych wards, but just
Yeah.
a lot of sports crash outs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably one of the more interesting ones I've ever heard.
The story is all like unbelievable,
And it's
again,
just like it all just snapped and so quick. Like she's like under 5 minutes. They went from coloring together to having a damn coloring sheet with on it in my face.
right. It switches like so fast, and if you were part,
Relationship goals.
absolutely not. If I'm coloring and someone,
Mom, Dad, if you watch this, it's all a show.
it's all a show. It's not real. It's
It's
not real.
scripted. I've got the script right in front of me.
But yeah,
I'm a good girl.
you are a good girl. So I have to steal Tyler's. I have to. That was my highlight of the night. I'm just like, I can picture it, and I hope to God it doesn't flash before my life, because it isn't a back file forever. What'd you have there? What is that? That's so cute. Your daughter, your kid made it.
Guessing so.
Yeah, that's cute. And she made it lime green. I'm sorry. Is it okay if I said she?
Oh yeah.
Because I can. Okay, but she made it lime green, which is your favorite color.
Everything. She made me a little Mountain Dew lamp that like all around the edge of the logo's punched out. And it's
Aww.
a can.
Kids are so pure.
She knows too much.
She knows too much. Well,
she knows too much.
That's something that's not a. Were scissors allowed in the psych ward? No.
Probably not.
No. Wait.
I wasn't even allowed to have a hairbrush in CNC.
Okay, CNC no, but when we did arts and craft, we
They
had
had like the rounded scissors.
Oh no.
Look, they give the little kids.
No, we had like hammers.
We had we could do copper work. We could do the sulfur stuff.
I wasn't allowed a real fork in CNC.
Yep.
But the day after that, I'm allowed a hammer, knives, scissors, and I can go for a walk.
Yeah, you can go outside for 20 minutes to go smoke. You could do woodwork, leather work. That's where sometimes we needed the hammer. But yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for watching. This is the end of episode 3. Stay tuned for episode 4. I'm going to try to rotate guests. We'll see who comes on the 4th episode. And do all the things. Like, comment, share. If you were part of any of this story that I read, clarify. I mean, some of them don't need clarification.
I didn't know what the coloring page was.
We don't need to know the coloring.
We do. I do.
But yeah, do all the things. Like, comment, share. Tell your friends about us. And I'll see you next week. Bye.